This message is going to be a divine activation and healing message. I'm going to allow myself to be guided on what it is that you're needing here at this moment in time. Surrender. It says, I let go of all doubts, fears, and illusions and give it to the divine, trusting that what is meant will be. Surrender. So right now, you're being guided in this time to surrender. You could be going a spiritual awakening right now. It could be spiritual, it can be emotional, it can be physical, and also it could be mental. It could be all of the above. There's so much that is awakening in you right now, within you and around you right now. So there's external things right now that you're being guided to surrender and let go of. Like there may be like so many things that may be going on, like chaos, like just certain things that you're experiencing. And it's like, I'm getting from someone like you probably could have already just chose to like, look, I surrender. Or if you haven't gotten to that point yet, it's like it's something about like you're getting to that point, and it's not because you're weak. You're not being guided in this time to surrender because you're weak. You're being guided in this time to surrender right now because there is something beyond that you can see right now. What's happening right now, what's going on right now, it's beyond what you can see right now. And by you trying to have control of it, while you trying to resist it, or while you trying to hang on to the ropes or the wheel or whatever, it's causing more conflict in this time. And so this is why you're being guided in this time to surrender, whether that is physically, mentally, emotionally, or spiritually. Spiritually, you're awakening. There's things that is waking within you spiritually. I'm getting like things that you didn't even know, even existed, things you didn't even know of. There's things that are, awakening within you. Mentally, there's so many illusions. There's so many mental illusions and fears and doubts and things that you've accumulated over time that, you're being guided in this time to surrender so it can awaken, so that you can, have a mentality that is meant for the person that you're needing to be, who you are meant to be. The mentality that you have right now isn't in alignment with your higher self. The spirit that you have right now is in alignment with your higher self. So there's something significant about your surrendering right now. Emotionally, there's things like you're going through an emotional awakening where like your emotions may be getting tested in this time. There may be things that you may be experiencing, that, maybe plan on your emotions right now. And right now you're being guided in this time to let go of control when it comes to your emotions, because there's wisdom that you're learning right now. There's discernment you're needing to learn right now. There's depths that you're needing to learn right now. There's maturity in your emotion when it comes to your emotions that you are learning right now. And I just made a message about love, and it's kind of connected to this, because I was speaking of like, was that message? I've made so many messages, I'm not even sure, but it was speaking, or it's either I have to post it or I haven't posted it yet. But, you're going through this awakening because there's maturity that you are going to be learning. There's, discernment and wisdom when it just comes to your emotions, not just your emotions, but also when it comes to external as well. You surrendering and you letting go of, people, places, and things. You have to awaken and get in alignment to the actual places and the actual people and the things that are meant for you. So you may be being removed from places right now. You may be being removed from people right now and things right now. It's all a part of divine plan, and this is why you're being guided to let go of that fear. There's so much going on externally, but I'm getting like you're being guided right now to surrender what's going on externally and internally. So because you may just be focusing on the external. And I'm guided to say it's not just about the external, it's also about the internal as well. And the reason why everything that's going on externally is going on because of what's going on internally. So you could be going through an awakening right now, going through that. I'm going to get the next message. Self-love. It says, there has been so many triggers on this journey of healing. Help me, divine, to have love, compassion, and patience for my inner child. Yes. So yes, that's what I'm getting. And that's why I laugh, because it's like there's just so many triggers that are happening right now as you are awakening, as you're on this journey. And it's all needed to get you back to self, to get you back to, loving yourself and caring for yourself, having grace and compassion for yourself. It's like you giving yourself that love that you didn't get when you were a child. And maybe that's some of the things that you're going to be getting to the root of. It's like, wow, I didn't have this when I was little. It's like, abandonment energy may be coming up. There's just, I really can't name too many right now at this moment, but there are just so many energies that may be coming up at this time that may be in the root of so much of why you have been the person that you've been up until now. And, the beautiful thing about now is you're being guided. You're being guided. You're going through this awakening and you're being guided. You may be guided to messages like this. You may be guided to certain signs and synchronicities. It's like, it's a reminder for you to know that you're not alone. I seen this, I was driving today, and I was looking at the it's not the review, the side mirror. And on the side mirror, it says, objects appear closer than you think. And I was like, what does that mean? And so it came to me, it was like, there's people, because remember I've been saying, it's like you could be seeing 1001, and that's mirroring energy. The 10s, they're mirroring each other. And it's just speaking of like there's individuals, there's souls that are going through the same or similar journey as you. And, to know that you're not alone. So it's like with the objects that are appearing closer to you, it's like saying like there's people around you that is close, that are going through an awakening that is a lot closer than you think to you. And, you don't have to feel like you're alone, and this is what you're going to be realizing as you go through this awakening. You're going to be coming in contact with people that are going through the same journey as you, that is part of, this awakening just as with you. And it also speaks of the people who's already speaking on these messages, about their awakenings or just about their journey, their spiritual awakening, who could be like messengers, speakers, oracle card, tarot readers, even when it comes to creativity. Like you could be watching someone that stay up the street from you. That's what I was getting as well. When it comes, you could be watching someone who stays you may have moved and they stay in the same state with you, and you may listen to them or they may listen to you. They may be, y'all probably even met and you don't even know. Like you probably got a neighbor that listen to you that you don't even know. You probably got someone who work with you that watch you and you don't even know, or vice versa, So it's like, that's what I was getting from that message. It was like, so if you look at your side mirror, it says, objects appear, what does it say? Objects appear closer than it seems, or something like that. And that's what I'm getting. It's like, it seemed like nobody's around you. It seemed like there's nobody who's going through the same thing, but it is. See, and that's the beautiful thing about these messages, because it's like, wow, I didn't have that. I really felt like I was alone. Like it took months, if not, it took a long time for me to get to the messages that were meant for me, where I was like, oh, I'm not alone. Like, where, and even then I still didn't kind of believe it, but it took a very long time for me to get to a place where because for so long I felt like I was alone on my journey. Like no one understood. Nobody knew what I was going through. Nobody like got me. Nobody, I just felt alone. And I know that, you could be feeling like that now, but it's just a reminder. I'm a person who can come out of this and say like, as I have gotten closer to, as I had got out of that mindset of feeling like I was alone, and then when I finally realized, wow, there are people that are going through a awakening, a journey right now, and some of them don't even know it. Like they don't even know that's what it is. Like they're going through a spiritual awakening or anything. Like we just tell our story. Like, you will connect with someone, they'll tell their story. You're like, oh wow, like, look, you're going through an awakening, But it took when I finally did, come to that, I was able to feel a lot better. But like I said, it took a while. And so that's the thing. It's like, you knowing that this is just a reassurance for you to know that, like, you're not alone. So like when I said I finally opened up and I finally just, aligned and, trusted and surrendered, that's when I start connecting with people. Even, and like the connections, the beautiful thing about it, and the powerful and potent thing about it, like, the individuals that you meet, it's not like y'all gonna be besties forever. Like, you can literally just have a conversation with someone, y'all connect, and just y'all like connect on one conversation, and next thing you know, y'all go about y'all ways. But it's something in your spirit, it's something in your soul from each of you know that y'all was supposed to meet at that very moment, at that very time. Some of you all are a part of some people's awakening. Some people have awakened you. Well, there's been some instances where some people have awakened others, and just, just different scenarios. Like, you could have awakened someone, that you didn't even think that you will awaken, or, it's just something like that. So you're being God in this time to trust in this time, and to not let doubt, fear, or any illusions get the best of you. And like, also, like, give yourself love in this time. Love on yourself right now. Give yourself that love that you weren't able to give yourself when you were a child. Give yourself that love that you weren't able to get when you were a child. And even, when you were a child, you weren't able to give yourself that love because you expected it from elsewhere, but it wasn't there. So it's like you giving yourself that right now, having patience with that inner child, that inner child is awakening right now. That inner child is needing, not only is an awakening, but there's things being removed. Before it's awakening, there's things being removed so it can awaken fully. There's so many blocks. There's so many energies. There's so much stagnant energy that has been keeping this inner child, blocked. And there's going to be a lot that's unraveling. I said something on the video. I was like, shouldn't have said it like that. But I was saying, like, I think I was saying in a message, like, there's going to be some things come up, like anger, sadness, and something else. I said something else, and I was like, it's not that. I said something like, you not going to stay in it. You're just going, I said something in that energy. But I wanted to make it clear, like, there is emotions that are going to come up that, they're going to stay for a while. They're going to be there for, basically in the video, it was sounding like, you're not going to have anger. You're not going to have sadness. No, that's not the truth. Because those things are going to come up. And, if you've listened to previous message, it's important to fertilize them, meaning water them with love. Give that energy love, not to get mad at yourself for being angry, for feeling maybe bitter or grief or sadness or anything like that. Allow that, water that with love, and allow yourself grace so it can move forward in the direction that it is needing to move. So forgive me if you've heard that on the message as if like you're not going to ever be angry or you're not going to be sad. It's just going to pass through. No, that's not true. That's not true at all. And it's like, I'm glad I have that chance to clear it up, because I don't want anyone thinking that it's just going to be a smooth ride on this awakening where, you don't sit in your feelings, or you don't gather those emotions and look at them in the face. Like, some days you're going to have to look them in the face. Some days you're going to have to look in the mirror and look yourself in the face, as you're angry, as you're sad. There's been so many times, oh my goodness, like I cried in the mirror. I'm like, what's going on with you? Like, what's happening right now? But I had to give myself love. It's so many times it's like, and some of that energy wasn't mine. It wasn't like, as I was like, oh my goodness, like, we're going to talk about stories and later divine activation and healing messages. But, if some of you all have heard it before, the good thing about where I am with divine activation and healing is, like, I'm speaking from a much more matured place, a more discerned place, a more wiser place, a more mature emotion place. And I'm just grateful for that, because I'm able to deliver the message in a more, I'm able to be more in flow. And I'm just super grateful for that, because it allows you, the person, to even expand even more. A lot of you all, like, a lot of the stories that I'm going to tell and have told, you've probably heard already, and you've heard it in a different tone, in a different way. But now when it comes to these messages and how I'm speaking and how I'm talking and everything, you could just tell they're just flowing and I'm just talking. And there's sometimes I may stumble upon the words, and there's sometimes I may not. But either way, it's like, I'm just grateful to be here. And also, for those who have listened to these stories or have been a part of divine activation healing in the past, I wanted to let y'all know that you think this is for someone. You think that you're in the same place that you have been, because I've been doing divine activation and healing I've had this channel for about 3 years. It's going to be 3 years in December. I first started divine activation and healing like 2 years ago, something like that, a year and a half ago. When it comes to dates, I gotta get better. Like years and stuff, I really gotta get better. But going back to what I was saying, like, you're not in the same place that you were, and I ask that you don't even listen to these messages like you are. Like, it's something about you not listening to these messages, thinking that you're in the same place that you used to be, because you're not. A lot of the things that I'm saying is in the past. You've graduated from it, but you just have to see it. You have to see that you have graduated from who you were at the beginning of your awakening. Despite the divine activation and healing message, just in general, like, you are, those who have been going through like this spiritual journey, you're a lot farther than what you think. You are not that same person that you started off as when you first went on your spiritual awakening. You're so much more discerning. You're so much more wiser and knowledgeable and stronger and potent and divine. And it's something about you seeing that. It's something about you knowing that. It's something about you believing that, and trusting in yourself. You're more balanced. You're more in harmony. Yes, there's other things that you're, guided to, heal and do in this time, but you're not that same person that you started off as. And then I don't know who needed to hear that, but, it's definitely for you. Let's see. I have it receive. It says, allow me, divine, to accept your divine plan for my life. It is easy for me to receive the support and the security that you have for me. Yes. So it's like, right now you're being guided in this time to receive what it is that source is wanting you to see in this time, whether that's, I'm getting everything, receive, I'm getting an open mind, have an open mind and allow flow, allow everything to come to you in flow, because there's so much that's going to be coming to you on this journey as you're awakening, as you're growing, as you're healing. There's so many things that are going to be coming to you, and you're being guided in this time to be in this energy where you're open-minded and at ease, so that you can receive, because it's meant for you to receive. And you have, and not only it's meant for you to receive, like, the support and the security and the protection, that's you've always had that, but maybe you didn't believe it, maybe you didn't know it. And it's something about, like, you believing it, and believing this in this time and being more at ease. Wow, remember I said something about the throat chakra? So we have here throat chakra. It says, I speak up for myself and others. I express and communicate what is needed no matter the situation. So yes, right now you could be going through a awakening when it comes to your chakras. Right now it could be the throat chakra at this time, where you are learning to express yourself in this time. Speak up more now, not just for yourself but for others. And there's something significant about like there may be like things that there's something significant about you allowing whatever to be said. Just allow it to be compassion. Have compassion with it. So allowing your heart and your throat to be connected, allowing all the chakras to be connected, but it's something about like speaking whatever you're gonna speak from the heart, speak with love, speak to whatever it is that you're guided to express. Speak as it, like if you're talking to a child, your inner child. It's something significant about that, whether that's through speaking, whether that's through expressing something. Maybe you could be a teacher and you teach children. Maybe there's something like that you really love to do. I'm getting like you could be a dance instructor that teaches children, or that may be like a path you may take. Like that may be something that you're being guided to pay attention to, because there's something that you're gonna be probably doing or something like that. Or you could be like teaching children to speak up for themselves, and I'm also getting like affirm things, affirm things for them. It's something significant about that. It's like, yeah, I'm getting like this teacher energy. Like I'm getting more so like at this time, like you could be like teaching like children, or it don't even have to be children. It could be people, like just how to affirm, how to speak, how to, use their throat chakra. And I'm also getting like you also could be like just speaking up for others. Like you could be like in this feminine energy, speaking up for feminine energy. You could be masculine, speaking up for masculine. You could be masculine, speaking up for feminine, or feminine, speaking up for masculine, something like that. But you allowing love, you allowing the heart. It's like you're not bashing anyone along the way, neither party. You're just speaking up for yourself and others, because you went through an experience that you went through experiences that others may have went through as well. And it's something about like you letting other people know like the reality of it, or something like that. That could be significant, So throat chakra is very much significant. I have here 333. Remember at the beginning of the message I said, or was it this message? Because I feel like I started this message so many times. Yeah, that was my other message. Yeah, it was my other message. I could have said 333 in this video, but even if I didn't, I still been saying this entire video since it first started with like you're in divine alignment. So 333 could be significant. You could be seeing that number. But with this message, 333 is just speaking of like, well, it's kind of between, no, I was about to say it's kind of between 333 and 444, but it's not. It's not actually on 444. I kind of scrolled a little bit and then 444 showed up. So it says it's time to be courageous in your endeavors. Have faith in this time and know that this will be accomplished. So it's something about you being courageous in this time, and you're being guided in this time to like not only have courage on this journey, but be courageous in who you are and who you're becoming. And as also I'm getting like be courageous when it comes to like exploring. I just got the word exploring, like explore this, like, and also with your endeavors, like, yeah, that's what I'm getting. Like your endeavors could be like you exploring in this time, like exploring yourself and exploring this journey. And it's like be courageous in it as you explore it. We get an element. Oh well, it kind of it's on 888, so it says I was gonna get an element, but it landed on 888. And it says, express your gifts. This will align you with abundance and newfound blessings. So you can be seeing that number as well, 888. And it's something about you expressing your gifts. You expressing your talents. And this is just a reminder for someone, if you are seeing the numbers 888, this is messages for you, to, use your gifts, express your gifts right now, and to know that, like, this is aligning you with, abundance, and, many blessings. If I sound really sleepy, it's because I am. It's super late right now. I have here life. So it isn't an element. It's just part of the elements. I have here life. It says, a time to be present within every moment. When we are able to stop overthinking the past and the future. I said it so fast. It says, when we are able to stop overthinking the past and the future, we are able to receive the gift of life. So there's something about you being present at this moment in time. I'm also getting, like, remember I said something like 888 and you expressing your gifts so that you can live an abundant life. It's like you being in the present, you knowing that you are the gift, you being in the present, that puts you in the energy of abundant energy as well. And this is how you're going to attract. This is how you're going to be more confident and courageous in your gifts. And this is how you're going to attract those newfound blessings and that abundance that you already are.